Hello, this is the Leaders Like Me podcast, and today we have an awesome podcast with 3 unique girls and 3 unique stories. We're going to be asking questions about their leadership, what have influenced them in life, what motivates them, and basically we're going to get to know the minds of young people nowadays. So today, the first question goes to Kendall. The question is, what are the essential qualities of leaders?
To me, a leader is very passionate about their work. Passion is the first piece of the puzzle that a leader possesses. As a leader, you have to understand your passions and how they resonate with you. As a leader, you will also need to help others understand their passions. Being passionate leads to big dreams, and every big dream begins with a dreamer. Leaders also acquire dreams. Hilary Swank is someone I call a leader. She had a dream of spreading awareness about the LGBT community. She did so by dressing in men's clothes to support the community after a transgendered man was raped and killed. She helped raise political profile of the struggles transgender people face. She starred in the film and wrote the book Boys Don't Cry about a female-to-male transgender. She was passionate about supporting the LGBT community, so she went out of her way to understand their feelings by stepping in their shoes. She values what's right and what's fair, and she proved that by making the choice of supporting her peers. Leaders also acquire respect, for themselves and for others. They respect individuals regardless of differences, treating them with dignity, empathy, and compassion. There is no amount of certain essential qualities in a leader, but to me, 3 important ones are passion, dreams, and respect.
To be a leader, one must have courage. The courage to stand for what they believe in, the courage to step out of their comfort zones, the courage to change the world. If a leader doesn't have courage, no one will follow them. If one doesn't step up to the plate, no one will. A leader who has the guts to risk their popularity or their pride for something they believe in speaks volumes. That courage will spread like a wildfire and will allow others to see it's okay to be different. It's okay to stand for what you believe in. A leader that I see doing that every day is Sadie Robertson. Sadie is an exceptional leader that has the courage to talk about her faith in front of millions. She gives love to the unloved, hope to the hopeless, and confidence to the insecure. Throughout her courageous actions, such as going to Africa and aiding poor families there with her family. She shows kindness, as her faith tells her to, spreading joy around the world. She wrote multiple books teaching girls how to dream furiously with faith and determination. Her courageousness to teach young people around the world to have a little faith shows what impact one voice can do and shows how courage is such an important aspect of being a leader.
The essential qualities of a leader to me are 3 qualities: the ability to adapt to difficult situations, determination, and passion. In order to be a leader, you have to have a hard skin, as you have to be stronger than everyone else. You have to be able to stand out from the crowd and rise up above others, and in order to do that, you need to have the skills in order to adapt to any challenges you face. An example of a leader who was great at compromising in difficult situations was Mother Teresa. When she wanted to leave her covenant and go out to the streets of India to help the poor, she was stopped by her covenant. Instead of giving up, she was patient and determined and lobbied for a year in order to gain permission to leave. Her struggles didn't stop there, however. When she went into the streets, she had to survive for many years on minimal income and food, and had to often beg for funds. But that didn't stop her, and her determination and passion is how she came to develop the Missionaries of Charity, which has helped people all over the world.
Wow, awesome response. The next question, who has influenced you the most in
Parents
life?
have been the most influential people in my life. The exposure to their beliefs and values are one of the strongest influences they have over me. The values and ideas conveyed by parents to children enhance the habits formed by children. The idea that education is important is something I've known since I was very young. My mom always used to tell me, you can always buy pretty, but you can't buy smart. This philosophy has showed me the importance of education. It's important to me because I grew up being told that it's very important. My parents have both worked hard their entire lives to get where they are right now, and they deserve to know the hard work they put into raising a child has paid off. I want to make them proud and show them that they didn't do all of that work for nothing. My parents are the reason behind everything I do. They're the ones who have shown me how to be me. They've showed me what values are and what beliefs are. They've helped me get through all of the hardest things in my life. They've helped me achieve all of the best things in my life. Having their love and support goes a long way. We are shaped by watching our parents and by the way they act. I try to model myself after my parents because of all the righteous things they've done. Our parents brought us into this world and created the environment we were raised in. Their influence their intelligence and personality on us by the way they interact with us. As we grow, they prepare us for adulthood. My parents have influenced me to be who I am and to not let anyone stand in my way, and I love them for that and much more.
Multiple people from multiple platforms have shaped and influenced me to be who I am today. My parents are such a big part of my life, and many of my opinions have been reflecting my life experiences with them. But someone who has really taught me the important things in life is a woman named Rosanna Cinquini, my Nona, or Grandma in English. My Nona died when I was around 10, and it changed my whole family forever. I didn't realize how amazing she was and appreciate her as I should have when I was younger. But as I get older, I realize her love and morals were amazing and unconditional. Rosanna was born in Italy and moved here with her husband, Ivano, my Nono, my aunt, and my dad. Times were definitely tough, and stressful days turned into stressful nights, which turned into stressful months. Trying to raise a family and being in a new country where they had to learn everything new is not easy. My aunt was stressed taking care of my dad since he was younger, and there was lots of yelling in the house, even as they got older. But they never stopped trying. My Nona never gave up. She persevered even if it felt like the whole world was collapsing under her. She never failed to give love. She brought sunshine wherever she went. No matter how stressed she was or what was going on in the family, she always had the family come together for Christmas and Easter with delicious Italian food and a sense of love that is difficult to replace. Family was so important to her, and she helped me see how important family really is. After her passing, I have become more grateful of my other family members, such as my mom's mom, who works so hard and loves all of her family members so much. The most important thing I learned from my Nona is to always have faith. Have faith in God, have faith in your family, have faith in your friends, and have faith in the world. She taught me to never give up on myself or those who I love or those who love me, and to have faith even in the toughest times.
I think that my mom and sister have influenced me the most in my life. My mom has had an active part in my academics since I was little. When I was in first grade, everyone in my class could read except for me. I had trouble learning, and my mom took the initiative to enroll me in a reading class at Wright College, which helped a lot. She also took away my cable because she knew it was distracting me from learning, and I excelled in school because of it. She always pushed me to do my best. My sister also had a big role because she was older than me, and I wanted to follow her footsteps. She developed type 1 diabetes when she was 3 and had to learn how to be tough and independent at a very young age. She also encouraged me to follow my own path and do well in school. She persuaded me to join AVID, and for that I am thankful.
Family is such an obvious, important role in our lives, but what motivates you to be your best?
In life, you'll have goals and reasons to do your best. In life, you'll have people who love you and people who hate you. Why not take those people who hate you and make them your biggest crowd? We've all heard the popular saying, haters are my motivators, but have we actually used our haters as our motivators? Your haters always know what you're up to, and they always know the best things about you. Perhaps that's a reason they hate you. Hate follows success. It's easier said than done, but why not accept our haters instead of pushing them away? Haters are often small-minded, and when small-minded people see others doing well, they have a mission to steal that light. When people can't empower themselves, they try to take away from others. Haters want us to do so badly so they can feel better about themselves when they're not doing so well. A lot of the time, they're jealous of our success, so they try to bring us down. We should never react to their negativity. We should respond to it. Responses are planned, whereas reactions are impulses. Our haters live their lives questioning how they can make us mad. We have to live our lives questioning how to succeed to make the haters mad. Success is like proving to them that you're everything they said you couldn't be. Infuriating them pushes me because it shows them that they don't bother me. They're wasting their time obsessing over me and my success. Haters motivate me to be my best because they're the ones saying I can't when they're the ones who are afraid that I will.
My motivation comes from multiple places. My faith, my family, my friends, and my dreams all motivate me to be the best me I can be. With my faith, I found motivation to be kind to others and love others even if it's tough to do so. God taught me how to love and lead others in the best way, which motivates me to do good. My family, especially my mom, godparents, and grandparents, motivate me to never give up. When I'm complaining and not wanting to do something I should do, my mom gets me right back on track. She brings me back to reality and makes me realize that I just need to do it. My friends, especially my teammates, push me to be my best inside and outside of running. Endurance is something that can be used on and off the cross-country course and track. This connects to how my dreams motivate me. In practice, I'll train harder because I am motivated by my goals of reaching the times I want in track and cross-country races. In school, I want to go to college, and to do that, I must work hard on my schoolwork and homework, which motivates me to reach my college goals.
My anxiety motivates me to do my best. I'm a perfectionist, so if I get bad grades or don't do as well as I anticipated on something, I will feel like a failure and have an anxiety attack. My parents and my teachers, of course, motivate me to do my best, but they don't expect me to be perfect. I, however, expect myself to be great at everything, which is something that is very unrealistic. I'm trying to be less of a perfectionist, but I know that that ideal has led me to be successful in many aspects of my life. I am my main motivator, as I want to achieve my goals for the future. I want to go to a good university, become a prominent lawyer, or go into a respectable job, and I want to be financially secure. Most of all, I want to be happy and helping others through my work. All of these goals motivate me to try my hardest in school, sports, and in my own personal development.
Very true. The next question, how do you overcome failure?
When overcoming failure, I remember that successful people are those who have failed the most. We admire other people's success, but don't see the steps and processes they had to go through to get there. Most of the time, failure is a part of that process. When overcoming failure, I accept that failure is part of the process. Failure helps us grow and learn so we can make something better out of ourselves. When faced with failure and setbacks, we have to understand that that's not our final destination. It's just part of the journey. It's also okay to be frustrated about it, but we shouldn't let that frustration take us over. We have to let out the frustration. I let it out by doing something that helps me relax. I think about what happened and what caused me to fail and how I can change it next time. I try to confront my mistakes instead of avoiding them. If I avoid it, it's still going to be there the next time I go back to it. If I confront it, I can understand how to learn from it. If we don't learn from our mistakes, we're probably just going to fail again. I make my failures part of the process. There's always going to be obstacles in life. We can't control that, but we can control how we react to those obstacles. As we continue to look at failure as simply part of the process, we can enable ourselves to see the positivity in any situation.
Failure by learning from my mistakes and trying harder to get better at whatever I failed at. For instance, my first trig formative this school year, I got a D on. I was sad that I got a bad grade, but I knew what I did wrong, which was not study enough. The next unit, I paid attention every day and asked for help from the teacher and my friends when I didn't understand something. I studied for hours before the test and ended up getting a 92, which made me really happy because I hadn't gotten an A on a math test since freshman year. That doesn't always happen, however, like in AP chemistry right now. I haven't gotten above a C in any test I've taken, but my teacher says she has noticed me improving, so hopefully my hard work will pay off soon.
When failure comes to me, it takes me some courage to get back up. Many times, I let the failure take away my confidence and my goals. But when I do get back up, it's with the help of my faith, family, and friends. I've talked a lot about these three words, faith, family, and friends, but they play such a huge role in my life, and they impact me so much. When I am feeling defeated, I look to my faith and know that everything happens for a reason, and I realize that I must take this challenge that is given to me and let it show how hard I am willing to work to get to that goal. Without failure, you're not learning. And my family, especially my mom, helped me realize this. When I make a mistake, my mom reminds me that I must learn from this mistake and change my old way of doing things. My friends, especially my teammates, give me the motivation to keep going and to use this failure as a stepping stool to success. With a combination of all these things, I overcome the struggles that I once let almost stop me.
Right, failure is such a big part in our life and being a leader, which draws into the next question. What makes you a leader?
Something that makes me a leader is my ability to see the best in people. Seeing the best in people helps me focus on their strengths. When leading a team or cooperation, it's important to know who's good at what so you can use them in those areas. As the captain of a team, I speak with each of my teammates individually to see what they enjoy doing most and what they're struggling in. Knowing what they're struggling in allows me to help them improve in that area. I try to empathize with my teammates and listen to what they have to say. Their words are important to making a successful, happy team. Being empathetic helps motivate the team. Also, recognizing those who deserve recognition helps motivate the team. It motivates others to do well so they can get that recognition too. As a leader, I try to connect people who I think are going to help each other. I put someone who's good at something with someone who needs help with that something. While I have teammates help each other with already mastered skills, I challenge my teammates to try new skills. As a captain, I lead by example and do for my team what I want them to do for me.
What makes me a leader is my willingness to communicate and stand for what I believe in. Many times, young people like me will be too scared to speak up or tell their opinion because they are afraid of judgment. When I lead others, I like to tell them how I'm feeling and guide them with my words. If a leader can't speak up, no one will. I like to state what needs to be said, which in turn guides others to say the same thing. If one can communicate to a group and step up to do so, the first step of becoming a faster leader will show. And it doesn't always have to be talking that makes me a good leader. My actions sometimes speak louder than words. Physically being there for someone, or physically taking action, which I hope to do in the near future more, motivates a leader's followers to do the same. This can be one huge movement of good, which I hope to spread as a leader. I like to do the right thing, and although some call me a goody two-shoes, my actions and words guide others to see that doing good is no laughing matter.
What makes me a leader is my confidence and ability to step up in situations. Before high school, I had no confidence whatsoever. I was very shy and couldn't even look people in the eye. That was until I started high school. In high school, I realized that I wasn't going to make any friends or form any relationships with my teachers if I didn't start to open up a bit more. I started participating in class every day and talked to everyone, which was hard for me because I don't like talking to people. Now I am very confident with myself and can go in front of a crowd and speak, which I would never have done a few years ago. 8th grade me would have been very proud of 11th grade me. I know that I would never expect myself to be as outgoing as I am today. My confidence has helped me become a leader by giving me the ability to step up in situations. I'm always the first one to speak up in class. And when there is a group project, I take charge and make sure everybody gets their work done. This concludes today's podcast. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed.